It's all nice.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to introduce you to Guy Oliveira.
Yeah.
Is that how I say it? And now this guy is absolutely amazing, guys. Only 30, and he's done so much with his life. Meditation, yoga at 15. Wow. Not many boys at 15 would get into yoga. He studied nutrition, meditation, personal development, mindset. What I found really interesting I'd like to talk about is the NEURO-CONNECTION and with the body energy and that type of thing that you've put up there and what your training platform is. So I'll let you take it away and start wherever you want.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Doris. I'm very grateful for having me. Thank you for the invitation. Thank everybody who is watching. Thank you for taking your time to listen to what you have to say. I know everybody has a busy life, and to be here and presenting, and congratulations to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I started on the journey. I first started doing yoga when I was 15. Actually, I didn't know what yoga was. I used to work out in a gym, and then I just saw the word yoga, and I look at the teachers, it's like, she seems pretty cool. And then when something just pulled me, and then when I went to the first class, I really liked, because when I was younger, I used to surf a lot from anxiety. I used to like, I don't know, I think all teenagers in their 15, 16, they feel from pressure, like what are going to be life, what are you going to do in school and everything. So I really liked the idea of like tuning in and getting to know. And there was, back in Brazil, yoga wasn't very big back there, 15 years ago. Now I'm 30. And then, I don't know, something just hit, something just light on me. And then I kept doing for like a year and a half, like consistently, once a week, once every 2 weeks, sometimes once a month, it just depends. And then I came to Australia when I was 18 years old. And here I met a beautiful friend, and she's a yoga teacher. And here that I really felt it, the massive impact that yoga had me. I know I remember being fully committed to like every single Monday afternoon was my like, I can't escape it. And from there, I think once you let yourself in on this path of self-discovery, of spirituality, of like going to a path, I think everything just opens up. I think the intention that you put, sometimes you don't even know the intention. You don't even really like have a set intention. You just want like one experience, and that's good enough. So that's when I really started to getting like a better self-esteem, because when I was younger, but to 16, 17, I used to be overweight. I weighted up to 110 kilos. So I was like a big chunky guy. And then by the I was 16, 17, you got to like have a girlfriend, and like you were left behind, everybody's party, you are like the ugly one. So I started like my self-esteem started going low. And then after that, from the yoga, I started really focus on like nutrition, what is the good food for you, really getting to know my body, right? I think yoga just put me on a path where the commitment, and then from the nutritional, and then from like physical exercise, and really feeling what is good for me, what is not good for me, that also took me to another level. And then I have experienced like every single thing that, I don't know, I think I got to a point that I wanted to try everything. Like I had something new to find myself. All right, I'll try that. So I've tried, like did a lot of course of personal development. That's where we met each other. It was an amazing moment of my life. And then I've been running business for the past 6 years. So been like reading books about self-development. I think the biggest thing that we human can do is get to know ourselves. Right, go deep in what truly we are. Like doesn't matter where or what and how you do it. I think as long as you have an intention to get to know yourself, I think that's a great intention to start with, and really always focus on that. And yeah, I've tried like meditation. I've been really deep in meditation for a long time. Try psychedelics, ayahuasca, all sort of alternate state of consciousness to really feel like what is out there, right? Like, because it's something to know that we live in like 0.0001% material life, where everything else science says is empty space, right? And now science proves that it's not empty at all. There's a field of energy, like, really in everything. But from our analytical mind, it's something that's easy to understand, but to feel it, it's at all different levels. It's so hard through meditation. So that's why I think the psychedelics really, with a proper intention, not going out party taking drugs. That's not it at all. It's with the intention of feeling really like different consciousness, different outer state of emotions as well. And then I was exploring there for a while. And then recently, I just really like had a click through breath where you can really touch those outer state of consciousness. And then if you see breath is something like, it's so simple and so hard at the same time. It's something that we do it unconsciously, like we have to, otherwise we die. So now I got in touch with that's something that I'm in love, and something that is so simple, and I think is the best technique, it's the best habit, is the best tool you can have, which is heart and brain coherence, which is pretty much align yourself. It's like an instrument. If you're playing guitar and the guitar is out of tune, you can try really hard to play a good music. It's going to be a lot harder. Once you tune the guitar, you tune the instrument, like the music just played beautifully. And we can do that. Now science has been helping because there's a device who can track your heart and brain coherence. And through breath, that's the only way and the best way to really control your heart and brain coherence, which is like pretty much explain, like, because now science proves that from your heart, the first point of energy that comes to you touch your heart, the first point of information. So the heart sends a lot more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. That's scientifically proven nowadays. There's an amazing company called Heart Math. They've done a deep studies on it, and it's a fabulous company that I'm really great to have to be studying and having a look and be part of their trainings. So through your breath and through like a meditation state is where you can tune yourself. And once you activate your heart and brain coherence, you are in line with that. Like your whole system gets in line. So your immune system gets in line with your digestive system, your nervous system gets in line. So you are in a harmony in your body. Because if your heart wants something and your mind says something else, you're out of coherence. Doesn't matter, like you can try as hard as you can. It's going to be really hard for you to achieve whatever you have in life. So first focus on like the energy of your heart. And where before, everybody used to think the heart as this poetic, this soft thing, like someone has a good heart as like something that easy to manipulate, something that just everybody takes advantage with. However, it's completely the opposite. A person who has a strong heart, someone who is deep in their heart and really connect to it, the person is a very strong person, rather than just going from the analytical mind. Where the analytical mind, that's why I got a little bit like away of like personal development. Read the book, learn the next tool, because you're just fooling your mind with stuff, and more stuff in your mind, more and more gets to like, it's like poison, right? Like I think the yoga explained poison as more than you need. So anything that is more than you need, it overloads yourself. So I need to read the next book.
Yeah, sometimes it can be conflicting as well.
I'm sure you experience the same. Like the next course, the next book, the next tool. I need to apply this technique now. I need to do this now. Like, come on, man. Like, am I doing right? Am I doing wrong? Like, and then get to a point like, I can't do it. I'm too stressed. You just waste our energy, right?
That's right. We don't need to be learning anymore. We got it all here. It's just
we got it here. We are like the best technology in the world. And I think the universe, God, or the field, whatever you call it, there is a pattern of patterns of doing things. You can't force, but you can't be too slow either. That's why now with this being coherence, it's what a lot of peak performance say, being flow. When you are in flow with life, when you're not too ahead, but you're not too late. Because anything, like, because I love to watch nature, the way nature behaves. For a seed to grow, it needs time. You know what I mean? Especially now, society, we are so like willing to have instant gratification. You want a friend? Open Facebook, you got a friend. You hungry? Uber Eats. Hey, I'm hungry. Bring it in. You know. You wanna whatever book? YouTube. Blah, information out there. So we're not used to like waiting and being patient for things to develop. So you try once, twice, didn't happen. So I give up. I'm gonna try something else. We haven't even tried properly. Like, fail is part of the journey. So,
and also the anticipation and the excitement of waiting for something to happen, like for that seed to grow into a beautiful tree and produce the fruit that it wants. It's the anticipation of it all as well that we need to have the patience to slow down, be aligned with everything. Yeah, let's just go to the supermarket and just go and buy it.
Yeah, just go. And the more you want more information. And like, because we all know, I think people do is here watching know that where you put attention, that's where energy goes, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. I think not everybody, but a lot of people have heard that. But once you are, it's hard, it's easy to know that. Like our brain, our mind is seriously like, I think one of the best things in the whole world, more complex and intelligent and understand everything. But only to know, I think, is very superficial. You gotta feel it. You gotta be it, right? Rather than just I know. So to really be like something that, all right, I'm gonna give space. I'm gonna let things go. It's very damn hard because you see Instagram, everybody's famous. Like everybody's making money and I'm not. Everybody have this amazing spiritual journey and I'm not. Especially I think people a little bit younger, like 20, 15, 20, 30s, where they've been grown into this technology world where everything's fast, this fast-paced world. People don't have the patience. Like you gotta be fast in some things. You gotta learn things quick. You gotta be active. You gotta like take the good food to have energy to cope with the world because the world, man, is changing instantly. Like bang, 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 bang. New technology coming up, new models of things. Especially now, the COVID hitting. We were in a like. There's nothing. I believe there's nothing going back to normal. There's a new world coming, but there's no such a thing. I'm gonna go back to normal. Thing as war. We live in a different world before COVID and after COVID. So now people need even more to get deep in their heart because robots gonna be doing most of the work in the future. So if you work as a robot and if you're just doing what people tell you, your job is gonna get replaced. But if you work as a human, doesn't matter what you do, you're never gonna be replaceable because you're a human. Like there's a great phrase from Jared, forgot his name, like it's an amazing visionary guy, and he says like robots can never do human work. Like the human side of it, like creative problem thinking, empathy, like feeling the other, feeling the need of each other. Robots can never do. AI can run numbers and can read a book in a second, but it doesn't know what Loris is feeling, what's their need on this moment, how to cope with empathy. And I think that's why I'm in love to be in flow and getting incoherence. Because there's a science, like that says, when you are incoherent, once you fully align yourself, your energy boosts like a lot. You have a lot more energy because you're focusing your energy in one spot. It's like martial art. You're calm but sharp at the same time. This type of level that we think not too stressed, but not like sleeping, waiting for things to happen. Like as people think like the law of attractive. I'm gonna sit here and wait for everything happens. You gotta take the first step.
That's right.
I think we are the point of life. We are the first step of life. If we don't take the first action, we're not gonna get back because our energy sends to the field, and then the field gives back to us. And that's why I believe like getting into our heart, really tuning in our heart, really understanding, feeling the technology that our heart is one of the best thing you can do, because you cannot be in a meditative way if you're not in coherence. You can be down, sitting down peacefully in front of the beach, beautiful sunset, but your mind is, I gotta pay this bill, my kid, oh my God, COVID is hitting, my job keeper is not coming, oh, what I'm gonna do, my mortgage is playing. Like, we live in a society, right? I would like, I know a lot of people would love to buy a land, grow their veggies, and have their cows and love peacefully. But it's hard for you to give up everything that you've been playing into for everything life. So you gotta know how to play the game in society. That's why I'm so in love with like this. Even that's why we created this term like flow self. That's the person that you are bringing to yourself to being flow. It's like you are operating in a different level of perception. You perceive life in a different way, so you feel more others, because our body, our heart has a magnetic field. Everything that creates energy has a magnetic field. So our heart has a very strong magnetic field, and my heart is in tune with everybody's heart around. And then there is the word magnetic field. So through that, you feel more things. You feel other person. That's why people say like, when you used to see Jesus walking, you feel the love, because he's such in a high coherence state. He's vibrating so high, like love, compassion, like joy. Man, you feel the person across walls.
And you're attracted to them because they've
You
got that
attract to them. You know when someone is happy, like, hey, let's go. You feel the person. On the other side, when someone's like having not the best day, quiet, you feel the person as well. So that's our heart magnetic field sending a message to the other person's heart, and then they communicate through feeling. But because we I don't think we be thought about that. I don't think, I'm sure we haven't been taught about that. I don't think that's a knowledge that, like the world want us to know, because that brings so much power to us, so much control in our life. And that's way and so that's where your flow self is we say like it's an upgrade operational system. It's like you get your computer and putting a new software in. So you upgrade the operational system of your computer. Because if you see yourself as the best technology in the world, we can upgrade ourselves. Really, to have a new system in place for us to play the world that we are living nowadays. Because I guarantee, I don't think it's going back where before. And now we live in a world that change is going to be even more frequent. And if we humans, we people, society people, don't cope to live with changing all the time, it's hard to say, but you're going to suffer a lot.
Yeah, we need to be open for the change. As long as people are closed and set in their ways, and change is going to be very hard, extremely hard. And it's the word out there to actually let people know there is change. You've got to be open. Don't think you're going to do the same old thing every day like you used to.
No. It used to be easy. I'm gonna open my business. I'm gonna have my business plan for 10 years. I'm gonna do this every day perfectly. It's gonna be having at the end. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to school and then university. I'm gonna have a good job. I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna get married in between. Nowadays, man, seriously, this type of living it worked 50 years ago. Where we living now, different play, different rules for the game we're playing. So we need to accept change. And I think the accepting change is through trust. You gotta trust that if it's happening, it's meant to happen. You can't change. You can't say, I wish there was no COVID. Everybody does, but what can you do about it?
That's it.
You can either learn from it. It's easy to say, right? Like, I know there's a lot of people surfing, there's a lot of people going through pain, like damn hard pain, really not easy things to cope with, but it has happened. We need to learn how to move forward, because I think it could be a war that 50 years ago used to be worse. Airplanes bombing each other, you see your friends getting exploded, blood everywhere. I think that's So
That would be,
I think that'll be harder to watch, like more painful. Like imagine our ancestors went through wars, hunger. Now we have supermarkets, hotels.
and it's so hard to imagine what they went through, even though you got movies about it and all that. Your heart goes out to them with, oh, thank goodness it's not happening in my time.
Yeah.
But what is happening out there is something so different, and it can be on a totally different playing field, but it's definitely a change, that's for sure. And we have to be open to it and spreading the word.
Yeah, and I think that's why I love what you're doing here, getting people together. That's what we need the most. If we don't do together, we're never gonna do it. We can't do this separated from each other. So you solve your problems, I'll solve mine. You know what I mean? Let's share. Let's talk. How can we support each other? Today I might be in a bad day. You give me support. Tomorrow I'll be in a better day. I give you support. If humans don't come together, hold their hands, doesn't matter if you're black or white, Asian, woman, gay, fat, skinny, whatever, man. Seriously, you got a heart pumping. You're a beautiful person.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter your trauma. Doesn't matter what happened to you. But leave all this victim bullshit behind. It's damn hard. It's easy to say. But that's why I believe like the easiest way, and if not the only way, is to go through your own heart. You can read every book in the world. You can go to all seminars. You can do whatever. If you don't touch your own heart, because everybody can only show you the door, but nobody can walk through. And if you walk through with your own mind, you're going to get lost because your mind knows you better than you know yourself. Because your mind knows your weak point. Your mind knows where your trauma is. So when you are there, your mind's going to say, but you've done this before. Don't do. Come on, relax. Just have another drink. Why are you gonna go for the interview? You've been before. It doesn't matter. Why are you gonna call this person? The person doesn't love you. Why are you gonna say sorry? They're not gonna give you any attention anyway. But your heart saying, "Go, you need this. Go, you can do it. You can go." So if you listen to your mind, that's why I need to get the mind out of the way. And in the first stage, the heart gives you the energy. The mind just creates the plan. But if the plan is before the energy, I think the plan just go through. I don't think it happens. So that's why I'm in love. And we created this platform because I run business with international students. And I see like students, man, they're lost. Seriously. Because nowadays, big companies, they value more who you are than what you know, because they're gonna train you anyway. If you go to a company, they value more if you are ethics, if you are time management, if you have compassion to others, if you are empathy, what type of person, what energy you bring to the table. Then I know this, I've done this course, so I know this. They're gonna train you anyway for the hard skill, and the soft skill is more important. So that's why we created this platform. It's called Mastering Me, where we like making sure people are incoherent. I think that's the first step for you to be coherent, for you to get in touch with your own heart and really feel your energy, your body energy. Because once you are incoherent, your neuron pathway gets stronger because our neuron talks to another, and then they create a bridge between one neuron to the other. That's where habits are created. So I wake up every day, I check my phone. The phone neuron is talking to the wake up neuron. Wake up, check your phone. Wake up, check your phone. Wake up, check. There's a massive bridge, really thick bridge. And through coherence, you can break this bridge and let's say wake up and say, thanks God I'm alive. Wake up and say, thanks God I'm alive. Wake up and say, and then there's a bridge. So you create better habits. So you because once you get in touch with your heart, when you are incoherent, you get less dense. You more like expand. So you're more calm. So like even you perceive things different. You're not like in an automatic, like, right, wake up, check my phone, pay my bill, go to work, beep, 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 blah. That life goes on a cycle, cycle, cycle. 10 years later, like, what happened? Don't remember anything.
Yeah.
So like through this coherence, and that's why like we develop it's called flow self breath work. So we develop a session of 2 to 3 hours breath work for you to get to know your flow self. Because when you're breathing, like you pulling out the oxygen, you like feeling this emotion, you feel alive. There is no way you cannot feel present when you like to try to hold your breath for 2 minutes if you don't feel alive. Or breathe like strong for 2 minutes. You get tired, like you don't have any other options than to feel alive. So we take this person to a journey to an amazing like breath work where we go slow and then we take you to a really high peak performance breath and then we come down and then we put you through a nice bath, like water from 0 to 2 degrees, like freezing water. Because we say like the ice bath is your boss. The ice bath is your child sick at home. Your ice bath is your traumas, is your victim mode. Because if through breath you can handle the ice bath, and if you can handle the ice bath, next time you see your colleagues being a bitch to you're not gonna react because you went through something so strong that you overcome your problems. So I think ice bath is there. That's why I think ice bath got so popular out of it, because people get out of there like, I fucking did it. I can do it, you know? And if you don't control your breath while we are in the ice freezing water, you cannot
How
do
long are
it.
you in the water for? In the ice bath?
It depends, like a minute, 2 minutes. We try to make you at least 2 minutes. And then you feel. But some people just go for a minute. Some people just go in. There's a winner. It's not about the time. Of course, if you can control. Huh?
I can't even go on the beach if it's a tiny little bit cold.
Yeah, but that's why we prepare you first. It's not that I wake up and gonna go for a bath. No, we prepare you. Everybody's supporting each other, so everybody's like encouraging each other to go through the bath. You know what I mean? And if you get at the end of the day and you don't want to go through the bath, that's okay. At least you are there. You're supporting. Maybe next time, maybe this time you're not gonna go through the bath, but maybe when you go back home, you try a little bit of cold water, just a 10 seconds, like, oof, just go slowly. It's no matter of like forcing things, but you gotta look to, because in Portuguese there's a word, right? You don't force things, but you like push yourself a little bit. There is this boundary where I can go a little bit more, but I'm not forcing anything, and I'm not going against my own will. So, and then they will take this through this journey, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. I think I've been talking for a lot here, but I just love it. And once I got in touch with that, seriously, it has changed my life and has changed everybody around me as well. Because when you are in a coherent state, because like the way that things grow in the universe, there's a pattern. That's why when you put like a lot of girls in the same house, they start having the period on the same day. Not the same day, but around the same area. Because their cycles get in tune. And they say if you get a timing clock and you put 5 timing clocks in the same box and you live there for a few months or a year, when you come back, they're going to be ticking exactly on the same spot. Because the universe, the earth, us, that's a natural way of living in a coherent state. That's why animals don't eat each other more than they need, because they live in this coherent state, in harmony, like everything there is a balance, right? And once you start achieving it, your energy field expand and you start touching other people's field. And because the law of the universe is to be incoherent, when my energy is in a coherent energy and it touches someone else who is not in a coherent state, the coherent energy overcomes the non-coherent energy. So the other person start to feel in a coherent state. And they use these, like astronauts go to NASA, Navy SEALs. That's how they are trained. Because if you're gonna be in a, I don't know, $100 million aircraft going to the moon, I gotta know you can handle pressure, that you're not in a coherent state. Because if the airplane start exploding, you calm. You know how to have a clear thought. You know how to solve the problems in a peaceful and sharp way. So
Yeah.
I'm just in love. There's so many studies that now, and we have a sensors. There is a sensor that you can measure your coherent state, and we take you on a journey for the breath work, and then we have a course that it's a 6 weeks mastery course, how to like your flow self experience, how to master the relationship your flow self. Because I wake like I'm not in a coherent moment every single moment in life. Shit happens and we're gonna get mad out of coherence. But it's my awareness now, whoa, I'm not in flow. Like, oof. So I'm gonna, shake it off. I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna do a coherence. I'm gonna call a friend and get the elevated emotion. I'm gonna like do something to be incoherent. It's like an instrument. You play a guitar and then make a band like, all right, I'm gonna tune the guitar. And then just tune the guitar and then beautiful. So it's pretty much the same thing because we work as wave and frequency. So we need just to tune yourself a little bit.
So do you run workshops, or is this
Yeah.
something you might run one-on-one?
Now we run workshops through the breath, and then we also run one, and then we have a 6 weeks master course. So we have three at this stage. We have a flow self breath work coming on the 12th of July and on the 19th. I can leave the details on the link below afterwards. If everybody's interested, it will be such a
Yeah.
pleasure to have you guys. It's an amazing experience. We also do one-on-one session where we scan your whole body. So we see the energy points in your body. We measure your energy field, and then we go through we go in a journey with you to show this coherent state with the sensor. We have a sensor that measures your heart rate variability. So the rhythm that your heart is beating. Because before science, you should think that the heartbeat, if it is beating 100 beats per minute or 60 beats per minute, that would be enough. But now they see that the most important is the time between one beat and the other. Because if your heart is beating in a coherent way, that's when you get your energy, the energy of your body flowing more. If your heart is beating 120 and then 90 and then 70 and then 60 and then 90 and then 70, you are like, you see in the graph, you're out of coherence. So we measure your coherent state in front of you, and we go through a journey and like a breath work, how to bring breath work with high elevated emotion. Combining those two, you'll just tune yourself. And we can even give people a bit of a taste here at the end. I'll guide them how to feel this coherent state and how to be in flow. And the ripple effect, like the heart math say, like if you practice 5 minutes coherence a day, there's a ripple effect for 6-7 hours. So you don't need to
Wow.
be there like 1 hour, just so and then we run workshops for corporate, like business, right? Like before doing an important phone call, you just tune yourself. Oh, I'm going to do a coherent state, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, tune yourself. Or I'm going to step in a meeting, or I got to do a one-on-one presentation, or I have this sales speech that, man, I need to nail, I need to be on point. Just, practice coherence. You don't need to sit down or meditate. You can practice coherence walking or listen to music. It's just more like a quiet moment for yourself. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Like the more the better, of course, but you can do just little snips throughout the day. You don't need to do like an hour coherence because the ripple effect. And for immune system now, because of the COVID, is the best thing you can do. Your immune system just because imagine that if your energy is like, all weird, like messy. So your heart saying something, your brain saying something, your digestion system is saying something, your nervous system is saying something. They're not talking. It's like having a meeting. Nobody's understanding each other.
Yeah.
How this meeting is going to be a healthy meeting. Nobody understands the other. What is the outcome? So the meeting is a sick meeting. It's pretty much as your body. So if your digestive system is saying, oh, I'm hungry, your mind say, oh, I gotta work. Your heart say, oh, I need vacation, I'm sick of it. Your nervous system say, fuck, you gotta pay that bill, man. Come on, hurry up. Your immune system, like, but if your heart say, all right, man, let's go, let's take a break. Your brain say, okay, let's take a break. The digestive system say, oh, let's eat some fruit. So everybody's talking, and their immune system starts going up. Your energy level builds, and that's why I love it, because it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple.
Okay. Well, how about you run us through 5 minutes of them?
Let's go.
5 minutes enough?
Yes. So
Okay. Right.
for you to achieve, there's two components of it. It's the rhythm of your breath. We want you like to have steady breath, not a deep breath, like just breathe like maybe 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Doesn't matter, like can be 6 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Like the pattern doesn't matter. Just feel your breath comfortable, because some people has a lung capacity better than the others. So for me, it might be 7 seconds. For someone, it might be 12 seconds. For somebody, it might be 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Doesn't matter. Just breathe in the same pattern, like a flowing way. And then the second element is bring high elevated emotion. Is for you to feel something, like you can feel joy, compassion, love, care. And high elevated emotion might be different for someone. So let's say a business person, a high elevated emotion must be this sense of conquering, like, I closed the sale, I did an amazing presentation, like feeling good about yourself. That's a beautiful high elevated emotion. For a mother, must be the look of her child. For a father, must be like a good day, like of work, or providing food to the family, or playing with your daughter, playing with your son. For maybe a policeman, maybe it's like that courage, that like braveness, like. So try to picture something that it's high elevated for you. Doesn't matter what it is, but not force it. It's not about the mind, like, am I feeling it yet? Am I feeling it yet? Oh, I'm not. You just like bring the pictures of feeling good, whatever it is for you. You can be eating a piece of cake. Doesn't matter what it is. Maybe be a glass of wine, or having a beer with your mates after work. Doesn't matter. We want the feeling of feeling good, or maybe just getting your shoes off work. Get the boot dirty, chucking the like this sense of relief. So let's do it. So all like close your eyes. Just start really getting in touch with your breath, like feeling the air coming in and out. So breathe in, a little pause, and go out. You can even do some ocean sound. So breathe in for a few seconds, and then out. And then in. Pay attention to your breath. Feel the air going through. Feel your lungs expanding. Feel your hand getting loose, your body, your like feel it yourself. And then release. You can even make some sound like. And now trying to bring this sense of elevated emotion as us, like as you getting this heat of color coming through you, coming through your foot, like coming through you, this love, this courage. Might be a memory when you're a child, or hugging someone, or when you felt really good about yourself, like this, this self-love, this pride about the person that you are. Might be a pet, the dog that you love, the way that your dog comes and gets so happy when you arrive at the door. And then just keep the breath steady. Don't force your breath. By now you could go even a little bit deeper. So you want to feel your body like in an easy flowing state. Paying attention to your breath and bringing that elevated emotion. That joy, or looking at sunset when you feel like this beautiful color on the sky. And you can even start feeling your heart as your breath was coming through your heart. When you breathe in, you just feel this energy coming through your chest. And then you try to pay attention to the beat of your heart. And then when you exhale, you feel the energy going out throughout your chest. Then you give a little smile in your cheek. Or sometimes you can even use the words like gratitude, just the mantra gratitude, like I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for the person who I am. I'm grateful to have two legs. I'm grateful to have food on the table. I'm grateful to have a roof where I can sleep in. I'm grateful to have the loved ones close to me. The sense of gratitude that is, for me, was one of the highest emotions you can ever have. And you just tune into this. Feel your heartbeat. You even feel it. You can even talk to your heart. Say, heart, I love you. It's okay. We can do this together. Let's hold on each other. See your heart as your best friend, or someone that you can count on. You can even put your hand on your chest if you want to feel the pulse. Your heart's beating. You're alive. Feel the energy of your heart on your hand. And then start bringing your awareness to your hand and feel your body. And at the end, I always like to congratulate myself to really look into my heart, because it's brave. You are brave if you're willing to look at your heart. Like, give you a pat on the shoulder and congratulate yourself to go feel your heart, to carry your heart, and to put the intention to look after it and let your heart look after you, to have this bounded relationship. Yeah. Hope you guys could feel it a little bit of feel energized and feel more like loose and
yes, getting in touch with your own heart, your own personal space.
Yes, as something that you can count on, like something strong. Our heart is the only organ that can get cancer. So that's how strong it is.
Wow.
Never stop working. Works for 10, 70, 100 years. Never stop beating. You're always alive. Always there for you.
Yes, we take it for granted until we have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like that.
Feel it bumping, like give you energy,
just feels so calming. Calm the body down, calm those thoughts down, stop those crazy things going on in your brain, and just center yourself.
Sometimes I feel like my feet and my hands, like this energy coming, like like the energy in your body just I don't know when you feel your hands powerful, like I don't know. Yeah, and you see after like those just few minutes, 5, 10, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can do, you feel that because you start, and after a while it's going to be easier and easier for you to feel this elevated emotion. It's like a bank account. You just deposit a little bit of love, a little bit of gratitude, and tomorrow you deposit a little bit more into your love bank account, and a little bit more. You get to a moment in life like you got heaps of love in your account, heaps of gratitude, heaps of courage. And also it's easier for you to start feeling this elevated emotion because your pathways, your neural pathways, the bridge start building each other from love to love, connection to connection, gratitude to gratitude. So it's easier. You get to a moment like, man, oh, I'm feeling good about myself. I don't know why, but I just like, oof, I'm good.
Yeah, we're in such a habit of being down on ourselves, telling us, we look in the mirror and go, oh my God, look at that, the wrinkles, all the, I don't like this, I don't like that. We need to stop and say, look in your eyes and say how beautiful you are. I am an amazing person. I've made it this far. What have I been through?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I've done
it. Look in your eyes and say, I love you. Hey, heart, I'm looking at you, Look in your eyes. Hey, my heart, I love you. Come here, buddy. Let's do it together.
That's
yes,
right.
and I think it's powerful. But don't force yourself. Everybody has their own time. Try a little bit and a little bit, like you don't need to, tomorrow I'm going to be coherent every day, all the time, because you're going to stress yourself out. So like it's a journey. It's all about the journey. It's like, put a music or dancing as well. Put a music, dance and just like get your body loose. Whatever is good for you.
That's right. Best time to do all that too. Bring me down to earth is when I look after my little grandchild, my little 3-year-old, and she's just then you get into that little silly mode and just start doing things that you should be doing every day.
Yeah, it did. And kids, they are incoherent. That's why they're so joyful. They don't care. Like they just themselves because they're in tune. They are like aligned with themselves. Like that's why I don't want to eat. Why? I don't want to eat. I'm not hungry. Why should I eat? Just because everybody say that I have to eat at 12 o'clock. I'm not hungry.
That's right.
Like I'm gonna sleep here. Boom, in the middle of the table. Everybody's talking because I'm sleepy. I feel like sleeping. I'm gonna sleep here. I don't care. It's not bad time, but I'm gonna sleep. They live in this flow moment, in this flow mode of life.
Yeah.
When they're angry, like screaming because I'm angry. Like live it, man. Give yourself permission to feel it.
Yeah.
Fascinating about kids.
They are. It's so gorgeous. Well, that was absolutely awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity. I love doing it.
Information in the comment box below. So if anyone wants to follow you and check you out and join you with your breath work and your amazing work that you're doing. And I just want to ask everybody, anyone else who's listening out there, I'm happy to chat with anybody who is offering something amazing for this to build our vibration, build the planet's vibration, because God knows we need it right now.
Yes.
And attract the good things in life. And so I'm looking for anyone who wants to have a chat with me, no obligation, just to tell the world what you're doing and promote yourself as well. So I'm going to say goodbye to you now. It's just been awesome listening to you and chatting to you. It's been a while. And touch. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Loris. You're doing an amazing job. Congratulations to you. Just put the energy, the intention. And people, come on, let's go. Like, share the word, your word. Share whatever you have to. Like, the more, the better. The more people share whatever they have. Maybe we don't take for granted, but somebody needs to listen to what you have to say. Seriously.
That's right.
If you impact one life, it's amazing.
It just helps one life, and then the ripple effect will happen, and more people will be helped. It's just
and you have someone as Laurie here holding space for you, giving you opportunity, inviting you. Like, you're doing an amazing job, Laurie. Congratulations, amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you for putting my word out there. I'm so grateful. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that.
Oh, this is awesome, just talking to you. Okay,
Nice.
we'll say goodbye now, and thank you so much. Catch you on the flip side.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye. Okay.